Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first UI review, and today I'm reviewing the MayronUI. This UI was suggested by Mr. Nepthys, and link to his channel, to his YouTube channel, will be in the description, as well as the link to download this UI. Now, Nepthys is a German Let's Player. He does a lot of Pokemon, so if you're interested in that, clicky, and say hi to him from me. And the first thing I want to focus on is the presentation, because the presentation of this UI is absolutely amazing. As soon as you log on to your character, this nice, neat and clean window will pop up, and it will basically say, hey, I'm your new UI. You can read through some tips, you can click install, or you can click cancel. So as soon as you click the install button, it will detect your resolution, it will reload your UI, and it will adjust itself to your resolution, which in itself is absolutely amazing. And after that, you can activate or disable a couple of bonus features, which is always good. And because this UI was designed to be used by every class, I decided to use and review it on my Paladin, not on my Druid, because most user interfaces are pretty bad for Druids. They have problems with shapeshifting, the bars not switching and stuff like that. They're usually missing an eclipse bar, and I am very picky about my user interface, so Paladin it is. And the first thing you should always do when you get a new UI or when you're making a UI is to get in combat, because UI can be nice and clean, but the second you get into combat, screen is covered in bollocks, you can't see anything, which is not the case with this UI. You know, that's good, right? Well, maybe not. I have a problem with this UI, and I want to start with the unit frames. The unit frames are good. You have a picture of yourself, you have a picture of your target, you have numbers, health, mana, or the primary resource, and you have the percentage, which is also good, because sometimes numbers are not enough. Some boss mechanics trigger at a certain percentage, so having percentage is always good. Whoa, wait, you've just said that you have a problem with this UI, and then you go on and you're telling us how great the unit frames are. Well, that's because the unit frames aren't the problem. The position of the unit frames is the problem. They are way too low, in my opinion. You might notice in this footage that I am capping holy power all the time. Well, that's because I'm looking at my character and I can't see the unit frames. I can't see the unit frames. I can't see my holy power. I have no idea how much health I have, and I was in a constant panic mode. Okay, I'm looking at my character. I have no idea how much holy power or health I have. So I look down and I know how much health and holy power I have, but I have no idea what's happening to my character. So I was switching back and forth between character, unit frame, character, unit frame, character, unit frame, and I was never comfortable. So what I would recommend is to move the actual unit frames towards the center of the screen, and then this UI is an absolute boss. It's really pretty, the presentation is awesome, the font is really good, and the general style of this UI is absolutely amazing. Next on the list, RAID frames. This UI pack uses grid, which is good, very customizable, and even though I prefer Voodoo, grid is still really good. Floating combat text on the sides, you can see healing done and healing and damage taken. Damage dealt is displayed by the default floating combat text, and I do not have a problem with that. The nameplate add-on used is called Tidy Plates. I am using Tidy Plates on my Druid as well, and I've yet to see a better nameplate add-on. The action bar add-on is obviously Bartender 4. You have 3.5 bars, which is enough for every class. And last but not least, the bag add-on, it's Bagnon. I prefer Arc Inventory because it's more flexible and customizable, but Bagnon is not bad. So all in all, I recommend this UI. If you can move the unit frames more towards the center of the screen, good for you. The presentation is absolutely amazing. The UI is nice and neat. The installation is not difficult. All you have to do is download the files, extract them to your World of Warcraft folder, and as soon as you log on to your character, it will install and configure itself. So the final score is, drumroll, 9 vanilla ice creams out of 10 bananas, which is not bad. And I thank you a lot for watching.